서머너즈워 서머너즈워
Strong. On tough days, and on good ones too. These are the stories we've written together. No challenge will ever break us! Ah!
서머너즈워 서머너즈워
Strong. On tough days, and on good ones too. These are the stories we've written together. No challenge will ever break us! Ah!
서머너즈워
tough days, and on good ones too. These are the stories we've written together. No challenge will ever break us! Ah!
Summoner's War. Summon more fun. Summoner's War. Summon more fun. Summoner's War.
We are strong. On tough days, and on good ones too. These are the stories we've written together. No challenge will ever break us! Ah!
Summoner's War. Summon more fun. Summoner's War. Summon more fun. Summoner's War.
We are strong. On tough days, and on good ones too. These are the stories we've written together. No challenge will ever break us! Ah!
Summoner's War. Summon more fun. Summoner's War. Summon more fun. Summoner's War.
We are strong. On tough days, and on good ones too. These are the stories we've written together. No challenge will ever break us! Ah!
Summoner's War. Summon more fun. Summoner's War. Summon more fun. Summoner's War.
We are strong. On tough days, and on good ones too. These are the stories we've written together. No challenge will ever break us! Ah!
Summoner's War. Summon more fun. Summoner's War. Summon more fun. Summoner's War.
tough days and on good ones too. These are the stories we've written together. No challenge will ever break us. Ah!
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for day 2 of the Pacific League Group Stage A, hosted by Contours. I am Cray SW, and today we'll be playing it down all the way to see who will be the top 3 players qualifying to the Pacific League Finals from this group itself. So we do have Kai, who is taking a pretty decent lead over here in this group as he won flawless 3-0 victories last weekend. Will he manage to keep up the clean sheet, or will Pooh, the legend of RTA, give him his first loss of the group stages? We'll find out pretty shortly, as they will go head-to-head later on today as well. So for those of you who just joined in and unaware of what's going on, here is just a recap on where we are at so far in this stage. Basically, we'll be having the second half of the group stages played today, which is gonna be for Group A, and for Group B, it's gonna be tomorrow on the 18th of May. The top 3 players from each group will qualify for the finals on the 24th of May, and they will be playing it off to see who will be crowned champion of the Pacific League. So make sure to tune in and support your favorite players, alright? For the group stages of the Pacific League itself, the 4th and 5th placements gets an SD figurine Volume 1, 100 USD given to the second runner-up. First runner-up receives $250, and the champion will be getting a juicy $400 as well. On top of that, the top 3 players from each group who already won the cash prizes, right? They will continue ahead to the grand finals itself, and they stand the chance to win a whole lot more. So there's gonna be a lot of juicy rewards over here for the finals itself. The 5th and 6th placements will get an SD figurine Volume 2. The 2 second run-ups will receive $500 and a light dark summon pack 1. Alright, so here are the rules and format of the event itself. So we'll be having 2 group stages here at the moment, and then once we have the finalists, 3 players will move on from each group to the finals. And basically, the ultimate prize for the champion will be receiving $3,000 with the twins figurine, and also a legendary all attribute pack. You never know, you could receive like a LD Nat 5 from it, you know, because it all depends on the luck when you're summoning the legendary all attribute scroll. When you see purple lightning, maybe it could be an LD Nat 5. So it's all to play for, and we should be able to start our second half of the group stage A real soon. So I believe the first match for today will be Avocados against Ice Coyote. So here are the popular votes for Group A. Yep, I think it's a no-brainer. Everybody definitely has high hopes on Pooh qualifying in this one. Mr. Chong also getting a very good voting over here, ranking 2nd. Obviously, this guy, Mr. Chong, he is the SWC 2020 champion. You know, back in the day when the Hathor Gani meta was prevalent, he had the Light Monkey King as well to actually replace the Hathor. So essentially, his lineup was super strong back then. Nowadays, yeah, you don't really use Light Monkey unless your opponent does not have any counters on it, and you can potentially last pick it. So it's a good pocket pick to have, but nowadays it's not like a core pick that you go every time with it. So you can see here, Kai is leading the group 6-0. He won 3-0 victories last weekend. Pooh is in 2nd place as well, not too far behind. Mr. Chong falling 3rd. Ice Coyote just behind him. And last but not least, we do have Avocados at 5th. So it's still all to play for. I think if Avocados can win all of his matches today, he could potentially see a top 3 finish as well. So do not rule him out just yet. He still has a chance to actually try to sneak into the top 3 here. And like I said, I think today we'll be having Avocados up against Ice Coyote first, and then Kai against Pooh. Avocados will play once again against Mr. Chong. Kai up against Ice Coyote after that, and last but not least, Pooh will be ending the day against Mr. Chong again. Alright, so basically all matches will be a best of 5. and we should be able to dive right in real soon. So we'll be also having a coupon code to be given out today, so make sure to stay tuned all the way to the end to collect it once it's later shown on the stream, as there will be limited redemptions for it. So Avocados is one of those players where we did see him putting out some pretty interesting compositions, mainly like turn 2, try to soak up all the damage done on turn 1. If he survives, then he has a shot at making a comeback. You know, all these players with the Shizuka... Yeah, he ran the Shizuka Snipe comps with the Fire Cassandra as well. So pretty interesting comps all around that we actually seen last weekend. Alright. So, pre-bans will be locked in here. It's gonna be the Giraffe and the Tianlang. Here we go. So Ice Coyote will be getting first pick here. Like I said, all matches will be a best of 5 between these players. So first pick, I think you don't really need to show your hand too fast. Yeah, just take your speed lead in the form of the Ramael and Judaya. So a pretty good counter here will probably just going for immunity. Yep, we are seeing the Veladrol picked up as well as the Wedjat. Although Wedjat nowadays is pretty hard to use. So following through with Ice Coyote side, it's the Miles and the Sierra. So 2 good strips on turn 1 into a bomb damage. I don't think he's gonna be banning off the Veladrol here. Not just yet. The Leo pick is pretty interesting though, because with Leo, it means that he's never banning off the Miles. And Fingyan over here seems pretty good against the water and wind units that Ice Coyote is running. So Avocados locking in the Belial at the end. I think with this Belial pick, he's probably just banning off the Sierra here. Either Sierra or... Yep, that's what I thought. So it's gonna be Sierra ban as well as the Belial. So you do not want that unit to just go down 12 turns into a Madness Judgment Ignore defense skill. Always very strong. And potentially should be able to one-shot the Gelnir as well. So with Leo in the field here, Ice Coyote's damage isn't really the best, but he do get some support coming out from the Gelnir's heals. So let's see here. A lot of people think that Leo counters Miles, but sometimes I feel like Miles' damage is still pretty decent when Leo is in the field. Should be able to do around like 4 to 5k damage on the skill 2 at least. So Wedjat will just go for the defense buff right here. Veladrol, will he just go for the strip? He does not opt for it yet because Juno does have the predicted future to follow through real soon. So he's just waiting for the Juno to just get the strip here. Alright, strips onto 2. Leo resisted that, and Leo now can work onto the Water Twin Angel. So the damage output here coming out from Avocados isn't really looking that hot. Yeah, he's not able to break through the Gelnir's heal. So essentially this is still square one. And the Fingyan is actually taking quite a lot of damage though. Oh, a very nice stun onto that Leo. So Leo can do around like 10k damage onto the Water Twin, pulling up with the stuns as well. So I think this is gonna benefit Ice Coyote. The Fingyan is taking a lot of damage, soon to be Half-Life. And I think Miles here, he just go all in onto it. Yeah, every poke damage counts at the end of the day. So when you go for the heal, you're giving Gelnir 5 stacks. Oh man, this is looking really brutal for Avocados. He don't seem to have an answer against the Gelnir. So he has no choice but to aim it right now because his armor broken. But there's so many stacks right there. And now, even if you just go for the buff, Gelnir permanent 5 stacks. Yeah, I think over here you kind of need to follow up with the Sanctuary, but he's not opting for it just yet. Fingyan getting stunned up once again, and Juno does have the predicted future. Not going to use it yet. So Fingyan taking a lot of damage here, not looking good for him. Another nice counter stun by that Gelnir. So even if you can land this armor break, Fingyan is below 50% health right now. So I think if you're Bellajoel, you kinda need to just go for the Sanctuary, bank on the immunity, and pray that you do not get stunned up. However, this Fingyan does not have any resistance from the looks of things. He's getting stripped every single time. Yeah, pretty sad. Yeah, Fingyan I don't think can sustain here. It's not looking good. And Ice Coyote looks like he's gonna have a pretty free win from the looks of things, you know? So over here, he's just trying to do as much damage as he can, but not able to bring down the Water Twin Angel just yet. Romayo and Jediah pretty strong. Permanent shields, heals on the side of Ice Coyote. So now he stole away the immunity on the Fingyan. I mean the Bludgeon, so just gonna go for the counter here. Gets the additional turn, but to no avail. Do we see this Leo at the end potentially one-shotting something? It's gonna be really tough though. I think Leo needs like some sort of violent proc. So Miles gets the additional turn. Will be able to strip something. So did not get the stun onto the Leo. Dots landed onto the Fingyan. I think this is his chance to actually bring down the Water Twin Angel. So he's just gonna go for the buff, making sure that his Leo will follow through. And now it's looking pretty good for Avocado. So he removed one of the healers already, and he's gonna start working on to the Gelnir. So just trying to push back the mouse a little bit with the Leo's normal attack. The passive, really good. Can he land the armor break, or will he go for the Calm Mind? He goes for the armor break. So there won't be any heals just yet. There's gonna be a huge nuke here. Miles down to last hit. The dots will kill. So he's just gonna play it safe. Going for the Calm Mind counter, no armor break this time. And I feel like Miles is gonna die towards the dot already. So he's never gonna be touching it. Do not want to heal up that unit. So armor break finally landed onto the Gelnir. And there's 0 stacks. Do you go for the buff? He's opting for it. So trying to sustain the Fingyan a little bit more. Gelnir finally goes down. And this is gonna be a 1-0 victory to Avocados. So with this kind of drop, yeah, you ain't killing off anything, at least for the first 5 minutes. You need to wait for the attack to be like 40% and above to potentially bring down something. So that was what he did. He was able to survive that long, and yeah, as time goes by, Gelnir probably not that good at the end, right? Yeah, it's decent at the start. No doubt you can survive your whole lineup for at least 4 to 5 minutes, but if you can't bring down the Fingyan in time, yeah, that's the main problem. Because Fingyan is the armor breaker of the team, able to sustain so long over there. And yeah, Miles just wasn't doing that much at the end of the day. So this was the last round's pre-ban, the Tianlang and the Xerath. I think now, do you just ban off the Wedjut? Or maybe the Leo? Okay, Wedjut ban. So, pretty good here. Julian is removed as well. So, Avocados did his homework last week. He already seen Ice Coyote going for those kind of Ramael, Jediah, or the Vanessa together with that unit. So this time, Avocados is going for the Shizuka first pick. it means that we are definitely gonna be seeing something like a Fire Cassandra later on in draft. And what will Ice Coyote do right here? Do you just go full speed? Things like segment to reset? Or try to kill something off on turn 1? So he's sticking towards the Water Twin Angel once again together with the Sierra. So double speed leads confirmed on Coyote's side. And like I said before, Avocados will be running this Fire Cassandra Raccoon. And we are definitely gonna be seeing the Giraffe later on as well. So Ice Coyote knows it. Will the Moor be a counter pick? It could potentially be, because you get to mitigate one of the big damage done when Giraffe goes for the nuke, right? So could be a chance for him to bring it in, as well as a Yonhong. So Leo once again flashed up, and he's not going for the Giraffe route. It's gonna be the Kashmir. So now, I think with this kind of draft, right, you kinda need to ban off the Sagar, the reset. But we'll see. So I think Sagar is a really nice pick here. Will he lock it in? I'm pretty sure he does. So here we go. Yeah, Sagar is gonna be pretty detrimental towards the Fire Cassandra and the Kashmir. If you reset, then you can't really bring those units back up to one-shot something. And if you're Ice Coyote, do you just ban off the Leo? So he does not. He's gonna stick to the Leo in. And from the looks of things here, Sagar is banned out, meaning that even if the Kashmir goes down, there's gonna be the revive for a potential one-shot. So everybody on Wheel Runes on the side of Coyote, the Leo won't be able to push back. So just gonna be poking the Moor a little bit. But look at that damage done. Can he kill off the Sierra? Obviously he can. Huge nuke. Now, what do you do if you're Yonhong? You're just gonna boost up the Moor. But your damage output is pretty much irrelevant at this point. A pretty nice stun onto the Shizuka though. However, Rakuni will be able to move real soon for a potential cleanse. So just working on to the Kashmir right now. Boosting up that unit. Gets the additional turn, all things in nature, 2 turns invincibility all round. And Yonhong goes down. This is gonna be another victory going to Avocados. So today, he's not fooling around. He's going for the kill onto the Moor. Look at that damage, man. This team is not easy to deal with. So kudos to Avocados for drafting it in this second phase of the best of 5, leading 2-0 against Ice Coyote. So if you're Ice Coyote, what do you want to ban out this time? This Shizuka team is pretty solid, right? I guess you can open up with the Ramael and Judaya, but yeah, you kinda need things like Segment. That's what I thought at the start as well. Bring in the Segment, try to reset off one of the nukers. You kinda need to ban the Leo as well. The Leo, I think, is the main problem. Because once everything is slowed down, I think most of his units will be on double Nemesis Will. You just whack them one time and then you're gonna get the turn, right? So as you can see earlier, when the Moor did the second skill, the Kashmir moved and your Sierra goes bye-bye. Yeah, ain't no way Sierra survives that, right? So pre-events will be locked in once again. Very similar towards the round 1. So it's gonna be the Tianlang and the Giraffe. Do you just take one of Avocado's units here? Will that be a play? Alright, he does not. So still sticking towards his Sierra. For some reason. And if you're Avocados, I think you don't change anything up, right? You just stick towards the Shizuka Rakuni. Two really nice picks. Because you already know, Coyote with this draft, he will never pick things like Fire Cassandra and the Kashmir. Honestly, I don't think he even rune up Kashmir. So he's gonna remove the Fire Cassandra. Okay, this is actually good. So a very smart counterplay here coming up from Ice Coyote. If you do not want to let your opponent have it, you take it for yourself. And work from there. So it kind of pairs pretty well with the Kovarchi. Kovarchi gaining the attack buff for the team, as well as the attack bar immunity. So going for the Nana and Kashmir as well. And Ice Coyote is gonna opt for this Juno. Yeah, Juno is quite good against Shizuka, so I guess you bring it in and then you finalize your draft with some wind unit at the end here. One second left. He's going for the Julian instead. Alright, since he has Julian available, might as well. So can we see Ice Coyote making a reverse comeback over here? He's 2-0 down. He needs to win the next 3 matches. Or will it be Avocados coming out ahead in this one with a 3-0 victory? He's going for a Covenant. Wow. That's something we don't see too often, and definitely a debut in the group stages. This water sniper. So Rakuni going for the boost here and one-shotting something. Oh, the Juno survives. That could actually backfires for Avocados. His Covenant damage not that high though. So now he's just gonna get one-shotted here, gets the additional turn, Covenant goes down. And there's gonna be a bomb to follow through. Not going for the bomb onto the Rakuni just yet. Juno gets stunned up here, and he really needs to kill though. So Nana back to 1 stack. There's gonna be the fire strike here. Rakuni goes down and another revive exhausted. However, Julian will be moving next. And I don't really see a way for Avocados to make a comeback here because Noble Agreement definitely one-shotting that Fire Rat. And even if you go for the All Things in Nature right now, yeah, you can get some stuns. Where is your damage? Yeah, you do not have any damage already. I think the problem with the Covenant there is that you kinda need to kill off that Juno. I feel like... How did that Juno even survive, right? Because when you're running these kind of teams, your Covenant should be on full damage, where you use your Rakuni for the boost, right? So we did see the attack bar really low on that sniper over there. Doing 34k damage only, considering that Juno is definitely on full additional damage build, right? I don't think he has damage reduction from water on that unit. He has to bring it down. Yeah, I think that is a difference of the rune quality over here. So yeah, pretty unfortunate that he wasn't able to bring down the Juno in time, not getting an additional stack for the Nana, meaning that when the Julian goes crazy, for item proccing here and there, your Covenant just dies twice. So pre-bans locked in this time once again. It's gonna be the Julian and the Wedget. First pick will go to Avocados. Still sticking towards the Shizuka. Alright. So what will Ice Coyote do here? He has to foresee something like a Xerath coming in later on. So running things like Speed Lead kind of makes sense. He's flashing the Fire Cassandra. Taking it very early on. So fitting in a Vanessa as well. This might be a very good trap for Avocados. So he already knows. Coyote wants to take my Fire Cassandra. What else can I do here? So going for the Rakuni once again, triple support. He has to go for some sort of damage dealer here at the end. Or something like a bruiser. Chandra picked up, and he's gonna finalize his draft with a Jeonnam. Very interesting. So going double water at the end here, meaning that Ice Coyote can benefit with this Sonya pick. And now you kinda need to force ban that unit. Oh, he does not. Wow. Actually banning off the Angela. So will there be some sort of Sonya trap that he's pretty complacent letting that unit through? We'll see real soon. So Sonya moves first. Can he snipe something off on turn 1? Or will there be traps? The Nana not on defense. Now there's gonna be a follow through with the armor break failing to land. And Nana still surviving by 1 HP. There's gonna be some heals. However, now Hug comes. And you kinda need to kill off the Sonya before she gets the gut strike once again. So full water units here. The Fire Cassandra isn't gonna be doing too much. Slow debuff landed onto the Jeonnam as well. So now, not opting for the soul protection onto anyone yet. Holding it on. But I feel like you kinda need to go for soul protection real soon because I think next turn Sonya does have the skill too again. So putting slow debuff all around, and we'll see what will the Shizuka do here. Yeah, it's not looking really good for Avocados at the moment. He needs to steal the invincibility buff away. Or will he just go for raw damage onto the Sonya? So he gets the branding off over there. Can he land some potential despair stuns? He gets it. That is huge. Because the Sonya did have the skill. But now, she's gonna be moving next anyways. So another round of Hug. Landed. Got crushed. Definitely onto the Chandra this time, I guess. So Chandra goes down. And now you lost your big damage dealer. Because Chandra can definitely crit against the Sonya over there. Nana going down soon as well. He's gonna gamble here. Gets a despair stun, unfortunately, onto the Juno. So with the Nana going down here, no more stacks, everybody back to full health. It's looking bleak for Avocados. The Shizuka team isn't working out already. So you can land all this. Juno is just gonna heal up the whole team. But there's still a chance at making a comeback. So earlier, the Jeonnam actually got a very nice crit onto the Sonya. He can bring back someone right here. So just gonna put the soul protection onto the Jeonnam instead. Next turn, I believe he does have some skills to choose, right? So Juno, triple cleansing. Or one more turn on the cooldown. Alright. Do you revive your Chandra? Or going for the Nana instead? So attack debuff landed onto the Fire Cassandra. Now this strike won't be able to do too much. Jeonnam needs a violent. He gets it! Oh my god. Comeback is real? I don't think you used the third skill yet. You do not want to kill up the 2 units over there. So now, he goes for the all things in nature. Oh, okay. Yep, I think this one should be in the bag. So, Sonia will be revived, and it's 2-2. Yeah, I think Gyeongdam just needed to kill off the Fire Cassandra as soon as possible there. And then maybe he had a shot at winning. But hey, we are seeing it going all the way down to the wire. A potential reverse clean sweep for Ice Coyote, making it 2-2 right now. And if you're Avocados, do you change your draft right now? Because from the looks of things, I think Ice Coyote is pretty comfortable fighting the Shizuka teams. So this was the last round pre-ban. We will definitely be seeing something like a Water Twin or Vanessa into the Julian pick coming out from Coyote. So both sides thinking it through for this one. Who will get the victory between these two players? We'll find out real shortly. So I think it's gonna be a Seraph ban. So after all that time, it's gonna be back to the same as round 1 and 3. The Tianlang and Seraph. So I think Coyote here, he can just opt for his Sierra first pick. Then there's still a lot of things that he can potentially run after that. Or will he go with a Water Twin? Water Twin Angel also decent. However, he's sticking towards the Sierra. Fair enough. And now, if you're Avocados, he's still sticking towards the Shizuka. But this time, taking the Fire Cassandra first. So I think that's his mistake in the round 3 where he went Shizuka Rakuni. And Coyote was able to take away the Fire Cassandra after that. So very fast draft locked in for Avocados, going for the Leo and Rakuni. Last but not least, for Coyote's side, it's gonna be the Cigar and probably another single target strip or a reset. Alright, it's gonna be the Yonhong. Kashmir locked in as well. So this time, Leo will be banned. Alright. I like that ban actually. However, now you're susceptible towards the Cigar reset, which is gonna be huge, where if you can land it onto the Shizuka, you kill off the Kashmir first, and then you're kinda good to go, you know? So now, this Yonhong, going for the Charge Vitality onto the Cigar. Who does he reset this time? It's gonna be the Fire Cassandra. So Kashmir going down here. However, there's gonna be the All Things in Nature. Or he can put a Soul Protection onto somebody. So reducing the cooltime of the Fire Cassandra. And now Yonhong next turn does have the skills up available. So can he land this Provoke over here? Did not get it. Rakuni provoked up, so not able to follow through with the second skill. Alright. Can Avocados actually win this one? It's looking really good for him though. The Yonhong went down. And will he be able to say, cash me outside? How about that, man? The Kashmir looking really good. Alright. So, Avocados will actually win this one. I think. Because there's gonna be the snipe onto the cigar, and that's nothing much the Water Twin Angel can do after that. So wow, what a good drafting coming up from Avocados. So it seems like Ice Coyote had an answer towards the Shizuka without the Fire Cassandra, but if Avocados take it, then it's so strong. Yeah, he does not have any answers towards the Cashmere and the Fire Cassandra together. So pretty good play all round. And we should be able to get the next match rolling real soon. So just give us a moment before we hit into that, alright? But man, that's a very good showcase of the Cashmere. I really like it. I mean, obviously there's something not everyone will actually ruin, because I think if you want to go something like a wind damage dealer, most of the time you're gonna be running things like Atna, things like that, right? So going for some unorthodox unit, things like the Cashmere, people will never pick it, meaning that for your draft, you're always gonna be secured that unit, which I really like. And we did see it on some sort of double Nemesis will, I believe. So yeah, pretty good rune quality all around from Avocados, able to bring this one 3-2. Alright, I believe the next match will be Kai. Alright, so Kai is going to be up against the legend RTA player. A really smart individual where he knows how to counter almost every single draft that you bring out to him, you know? So we do know Kai, I think he did use a lot of Mings in the previous two matches last weekend. So we'll see whether Pooh will actually make a contest for it, because I believe Pooh does have the Ming as well, the Dark Panda. And will there be a contest for going turn 1 here for Kai? He's also something like a Gianna user, so we'll see about that. Pre-bans will be locked in. So what will Kai remove here? Do you remove one of those generic normal elemental nat 5s that Pooh always brings? Things like Water Gojo. We did see Pooh first picking it a lot last week, and seems to have really decent win rate with it as well. So it's gonna be the Tianlang and Gianna this time, and Pooh will be getting first pick. Do you first pick Water Gojo? That might be a play, you know? So down to 14 seconds, locking in the Ramael and Judaya. What will Kai rebut with? What do we see coming out from him? I believe we cannot call him Tetsuya anymore. What's his name again? Fire Exorcist Association Fighter? Something like that? Oh, Conjurer. Fire Exorcist Association Conjurer. Honestly, I'll just call him Fire Megumi, alright? So Fire Megumi and the Fire Wind Bayek as well locked in. Kai is going for a Praha. So Praha really decent right now in current meta. We are seeing her picked up more often than not. Mr. Chong also playing Praha quite a fair bit, and he's gonna be locking in double water at the middle phase of the draft, finalizing it with the Shiho. And what will Pooh do this time? So double twins with the Assure. I think you kind of need to go something like a win unit, right? Etna kinda okay. Yep. I like this Etna pick against the Shiho. And finalizing his draft at the end with the Dark Panda Warrior. The Ming. So now if you're Kai, who do you actually ban? The Dark Panda is looking really solid. But the Etna is so scary as well. He's gonna opt for a Masha. So Masha potentially to counter that Etna. But I still feel Masha is gonna ban out here. I think Pooh probably just ban out that unit. But we'll see. 10 seconds for them to lock in their picks. Who do you want removed in this 5? It's gonna be the Water Twin Angel. So removing the speed lead on Pooh's side. And potentially able to one-shot something on turn 1. Yep. That seems to be a very good plan coming out from Kai. So he has the extra 28% speed lead, meaning that I believe all of his units will move first. So Shiho, can he get a stun onto the Etna? It's gonna be huge. Or does he work onto somebody else? So going for the Alter Ego attack. Big stun landed onto the Usher. So I think Etna here kinda needs to just go for capture instead of the AoE skill. So getting a huge stun onto the Masha as well. Now, do you stun the Wind Twin? Resistance. Oh boy. He has silence right now. So Etna taking so much damage. If the Masha Violent procs here, I think Etna is dead. So there's gonna be another round of Nue coming out from the Fire Megumi. This one is called Eagle. So taking away the speed lead. Ming gets the additional turn. Masha goes down. Wow, that Ming hits like a truck. One hit dismount, one hit kill. Jesus. So yeah, you can bring... Oh, the Etna even survives this. And now Armor Break landed onto the Fire Megumi. Ming able to one-shot it as well. And I think from here, it's looking really bleak for Kai to make a comeback. 1-0 victory goes to Pooh. So Kai dropping one match. This is actually his first loss in the group stages. So will he make a comeback here? Or will we see Pooh steamrolling him? From the looks of things here, the drafting was pretty okay. I think over there you kinda need to make a Gamba where your Shiho Alter Ego attack onto Etna, just go all in. If you can get the stun over there, you confirm kill that unit. And then you just work from there, right? Because there's gonna be like 7 hits from the Shiho. Chance to stun. Pretty okay. Yeah, I think you kind of needed to gamble a little bit there. Just go all in, kill off the Etna, then your Masha can sustain. So pre-bans this time locked in. It's gonna be the Fire Twin. Also, one thing to note, Kai was a little bit unlucky with the Fire Megumi, not able to strip stun the Wind Twin Angel. So this time, does he actually want to take Gianna first pick? I think it's too early. So opting for this Ramael and Judaya instead, because we do know Pooh, he has the Ming. If you first pick Gianna, there's gonna be Ming, Josephine, and then you're dead. You literally can't counter that. Like legit, if you're a Gianna user, you see somebody pick Ming, Josephine, just go next. You will never ever win. So this time, Pooh taking the Gianna away, and Kai, he has this option. Alright. Okay, if he lock in Josephine, we'll see whether my theory works, alright? see whether there's any way for the Gianna user to actually win those 2 units. So instead of Josephine, he's going for the Mei Ho Wang, which is also fair. Mei Ho Wang does not get stun up, and most of the time really tanky as well. Able to dish out really good damage, and Pooh will be going for the Nikki. This is his first time picking Nikki in the tournament, I believe. And there's gonna be an Irene to follow through as well. So Irene definitely another pesky unit with a demon bag. Really, really annoying. That's why it's really high up in the current meta right now. I believe it's S tier, at least. One of the best normal elementals right now that you want for your RTA progression. So Kai will be locking in the Fire Exorcist Association Conjurer. I need to get used to saying the name, alright? So finalizing with the Etna as well. Shiho will be picked up for Pooh. So Etna ban as well as the Sierra. Here we go. So Shiho will be moving first. Alter Ego attack. Look at that damage done onto the Fire Exorcist Association Conjurer. Okay, I'll just call it Fire Megumi, alright guys. So strip into the armor break onto the Gianna. The Ming not able to finish it off just yet. And that's gonna be the demon bag seal to follow through. Will he land? He gets it onto the Ming. Additional turn from this Fire Megumi. However, no stun just yet. So Fire Monkey 1. This Gianna's so tanky though. How did he actually survive that? Oh my god. He actually stole the invincibility buff? Are you joking? Wow. What a great steal though. So still surviving by 1 HP here. He can probably steal the... Oh, he didn't get any of the debuff right there. Nikki now will be able to apply the heal block. And Ming goes down. Looks like Kai does not have any answers towards these kind of draft just yet. And Gianna with the attack buff is able to do so much damage. The Nikki is so good against the Mei Ho Wang. So no stuns onto those 2 units, meaning that the Mei Ho Wang might just go down here. Yeah, with the heal block, he couldn't heal up with the second skill. And it's GG. 2-0 for Pooh. So what will Kai do this time? Yeah, the Ming died a little bit too fast for my liking, right? And are you telling me that Gianna has damage reduction from fire? Normally Gianna's nowadays are all full additional damage build because it's on a pretty high crit rate. The Fire Monkey should have at least bring down the Gianna. At half-life armor break, you can't kill it. Yeah, I'm not really sure about that. Because Gianna was the bane of his problems. I think when she survived by 1 HP, Nikki heal up. Yeah, things just went downhill there. So this time, what will the pre-bans be? Do we see Kai just removing the Ming? Oh, will that backfire because you're gonna give the Gianna to your opponent, right? So taking away the Tianlang and the Fire Megumi as well. So Pooh will lock in the first pick real soon here. He hasn't played with the Water Gojo yet. He don't even need to. by the way, because the onus once again is onto Kai to change his draft. So Pooh is sticking towards the Water Twin Angel. And now what will Kai do? Do you fight speed against it? So once again, the Shahat. The Wind Bayak together with the Praha. And I don't think Pooh changed anything here. Yep, this tree is really strong right now. Because I don't think you can kill anything on turn 1. And once Usher gets a move on, you get to cleanse somebody into the heal. Able to lay out a lot of damage as well on the third skill with the armor break. So very nice kit. And Kai this time opting for the Hey Gang. And the Sierra as well to follow through. So potential strip silence into Sierra Bomb. If it's paired with the Shahat. Or AoE strip from Hey Gang into the bomb as well. So Pooh will finalize his draft with the Miying and the Etna over here. I like this. Yeah, it's just too tough to destroy Pooh's draft. I don't really like this Diana pick, honestly. But he has 20 seconds to think it through. So gonna finalize his draft with the Diana. If you're running Diana, means that you want to ban off the Usher. Because Usher can silence. Yep. So it's gonna be the Usher ban as well as the Hey Gang. Okay. Problem here is whether you can sustain the Etna's damage. Oh, the Etna is gonna look so scary here. Alright. We'll see the Shatter in... Oh my god, the Sierra is dead. Sierra confirmed it. I don't think she sustains this. Because there's gonna be the boost coming out from the Twin Angel. Hold up. Ah, Sierra still dies. So even if the strip comes here, yeah, Miying will be able to finish it off. And now what do? Do you just go for the Daydream here since you got the immunity, a free heal, but you're gonna give the opponent the Calm Mind as well. So cleansing. And you got no choice. You didn't get the strip onto the Etna. So, pew pew. Etna goes down. He needs to stun. He gets it once again onto the Water Twin Angel. So the Shahat doesn't seem like it's gonna be landing any debuff. Dinah taking heavy damage right now. Will there be potential stuns coming out? So just going all in onto the Dinah. Oh, it's not looking good. Triple stuns. And Dinah will go down. Like I said, I don't know about this Dinah pick, honestly. A little bit questionable, to say the least. And I think from here, you don't really have an answer towards the Miying. So even if you get the silence, predicted future to strip, however, wait a minute. Is there a chance for him to make a comeback? The Shahat needs to go big. He needs to get a lot of attack bar from all these dots. The charge shot once again, slow debuff landed. He goes for the Daydream. Oh, I don't think you touched the Miying yet. Very scary. So here, yeah, you got no choice but to work onto the Miying already. So just trying to dish out as much damage as he can. Shahat needs a... Okay, never mind. Imagine if he didn't get stunned up and he get a violent proc. I think the Miying could have went down. But from here, no way. And it's gonna be 3-0 to Pooh. Congratulations to him. Wow, playing out of his mind. The drafting was so good, by the way, guys. So you can learn from Pooh. Just open up with the Water Twin Angel. Follow through with the Wind. And then pick the Usher. Those 3 units together, so strong. So maybe the better pairing right now is the Wind Twin Angel instead of the Fire one when you're running the water. Yeah, very nice draft so far that we're seeing coming up from Pooh. And then once again, when you lock in the Atna and the Ming at the end, obviously you do need something like a strong LD unit that can hold themselves really well. Ming, definitely one of them. Really strong against the draft coming up from Kai, where he just wants to try to get first turn and potentially lock down something. But with Ming in the field, yeah, counters the Praha so hard. Very good drafting. So next up, we do have Avocados, who will be up against Mr. Chong. So we did see Mr. Chong. I think he played pretty well last week. He's currently sitting at 3rd place before today's first 2 matches. So yeah, if he gets to make a decent scoring against Avocados, I think he might be able to cement his way into the top 3 here. But yeah, Kai taking a huge beating here against Pooh, 3-0 defeat. And later on, he will be up against Ice Coyote. Alright. So once those players are ready, we should be able to start. And once again, we're gonna be having a coupon code at the end of the stream, guys and girls. So make sure to just stay tuned all the way to the end. Let me know down in the comments below, who are you supporting in this group? I think 90% of you will be Pooh, probably Kai, I'm not sure. A lot of Singaporeans probably will be supporting Kai, right? Yeah, because he's definitely one of the staple names in that country over there, that region. A really strong player. And once again, we'll be having the group stage B of the Pacific League, the second half of it, tomorrow around the same timing as well, which is the 18th of May. So make sure to watch that one. I think over there, Flynn is having the lead at the moment, right? So Flynn, basically, he won his first 2 matches last week as well. So we did see him bringing out a lot of really strong units. I think there was one match where he looked like he was losing. And then he had the combination with the Laura and the Light Twin Angel. The Light Twin Angel giving the attack buff. Laura just did the skill tree and everything just died. Especially when the attack increases, right? Over time. Wow, the Laura actually made a huge comeback right there. So, Avocados and Mr. Chong. I think this one is gonna be played out where Avocados will probably stick towards something like the Shizuka draft once again. Maybe playing the Kashmir, Fire Cassandra, things like that. And on Mr. Chong's side, probably we'll be seeing him picking Praha quite often. So I think Praha is gonna be a really nice counter against the Shizuka. But also Shizuka pretty nice against Praha. It works both ways, honestly, because on one corner you can AoE strip put the dots when Shizuka does the AoE skill. On the other hand, you're gonna give your opponent the AoE sleep as well. So it kinda backfires a little bit, but I still feel like if you pick things like Juno and Praha, might be a very good play. There's gonna be a lot more counter picking in this kind of context. So yep, we'll see whether Mr. Chong has what it takes to bring down Avocados, because earlier we did see he actually had a really decent showcase against Ice Coyote. So Ice Coyote, I think, was placed 4th coming into today's group stage A. And from what I'm seeing here, I think Avocados has a leap ahead of him. Yeah, with that win over there. Alright, so I believe one of the players, if I'm not sure, I think they should be able to get ready and we should be able to see it soon. But yeah, really interesting matches so far. Once again, I guess if you guys don't really know the context of this Pacific League yet, Basically, for now, we are at the group stages phase. The top 3 players from each group will be moving onwards to the finals, alright? So make sure to lock down in your calendars. The finals will be happening on the 24th of May. And they will be playing it off to see who will be crowned champion to gain that 3,000 US dollars win. Very big monetary prize right here. And also the twins figurine together with the legendary all attribute scroll pack. Also make sure to take advantage of this weekend's free raid. Okay, the R5, you can farm your grinds, stuff like that at specific timing. I'm not sure what time is it on your end, but in terms of the game time, it's gonna be like 10 PM and also 1 PM if I'm not mistaken for Saturday and Sunday. So just make sure to farm during those timing, because free rate means that you're able to save energy. If you save energy, means that you're saving crystals as well, right? Yeah, you don't need to refresh. Very nice, good stuff. We'll definitely take everything that's free, you know? So yeah, how's everybody doing though? How is everyone doing? Let me know. For this event, what Nat 5 did you pick from the event page itself? Let me know down in the comments, alright? Personally, I took Irene. Yeah, the only options were Irene or What the Gojo. I think Irene, no doubt, best core unit in RTA right now. So here we go. We do have Avocados, who will be up against the 2020 Summoners Championship winner, Mr. Chong. So pre-bans will be locked in soon. So did Mr. Chong did his homework? Do you pre-ban things like Shizuka or the Giraffe? I think either one of those has to be removed, right? So Gianna and Wedjut will be banned out this time. Alright, let's see what Avocados will choose here for the first pick. I think he's not gonna be changing anything up. He can always just stick towards his Shizuka team. Like I said, onus is on to the opponent to change their draft. You gotta adapt towards these kind of situations. So what will Mr. Chong do? Five seconds left. He's gonna be locking in the 2 Water Twin Angels, but this time the Fire variant. And Avocados, no shenanigans, sticking towards his draft here. So with this Federica pick, it's meaning to say that he has to ban out the Fire Twin already, right? Because of the reset. But Mr. Chong is capitalizing on that, going for another reset unit in the form of Segmet, and another one, the Okeanos. So Mr. Chong knows to counter these kind of drafts, you need 10,000 resets. That's what I feel too as well. So a very nice drafting, I like it. Leo will be picked up as well as the Giraffe here. However, I think Mr. Chong kind of needs something like a speed lead right now to try to outspeed that Rakuni. Because if you ban out the Leo, if equal speed leads, you never know. The Rakuni might be on crack. So Chiru will be picked up at the end here. Leo ban out, and there's gonna be the strip, reset, and whatnot. Oh, this is gonna be pretty good for Mr. Chong from the looks of things. On paper, I think it's favoring him, where he should be able to get the first turn. Segment lands the reset. Actually, if he doesn't land, then it's pretty much GG. So it all depends on this segment whether she's able to get the resistance check removed. So here, segment will move first. Resistance, GG. I think game over. Oh boy. But it's not over yet. The Chiwu will be able to follow through here. Alright, gets the armor break onto the Giraffe. Sleep attack, stripping everybody right now. And there's gonna be a secondary reset coming out from this Fire Twin Angel. So he has to land it onto the Fire Cassandra. Triple resistance, oh my god. Not like this. Avocados has resisted every single thing. And there's gonna be the cleanse. And Frederica will be able to follow through with this snipe onto the segment. Now, all things in nature. Immunity all around. There's no more strips because the Twin Angel earlier did the focus shot onto the Giraffe. So there's nothing much he can do here. 10,000% resistance on the Frederica. So can he break this through? Frederica still goes down, but there's soul protection. So gets the additional turn. And there's gonna be another round of strike. Bam! 2v4. The Giraffe is just bait. He doesn't even need it. And it's 1-0 to Avocados. Wow. Like I said, on paper, it looks really good for Mr. Chong. I think, honestly, if you run it again, if the segment lands the reset, most of the time, 90%, he should win. But it is what it is. Resistance is futile. Too strong. Too strong, my man. So what will you do if you're Mr. Chong? Do you just run the same team once again? So this time, banning out the Leo. First pick locked in once again. It's gonna be the Water Twin Angel. And Avocados will be running something different this time. It's gonna be the Hey Gang together with the Vela. Maybe a potential Wet Jut later on. So we'll see here. I like this opening as well. The Wet Jut and the Fingyan to follow through on Avocado's corner. Irene, and there's gonna be a Gianna pick. Oh, this draft looks really similar to its how I'm playing in normal RTA. Although the rank difference is like I'm in P3. Having a very hard time over there. He's gonna finalize his draft with a Light Monkey King? Wow. Honestly, I did not expect that Seaen dashing to be in the field. Is it really good here though? I never thought of that. Yeah, I could copy this team, you know? Because I'm also a Gianna and the Seaen dashing user. So we'll see whether this team actually works. Speed leads on both sides. And here we go. The Veromos is gonna be quite strong here, right? Due to the cleanse, the passive pretty strong. And Water Twin Angel will be moving ahead of the Wet Jut. So, potential strip onto the Veladrol. He gets it, as well as the armor break. Seaen dashing to follow through. Does he just opt for the second skill stun? Yep, all or nothing first. So getting double stuns only, Gianna will be able to follow up with the bomb into the... Oh, bomb miss. That's very normal. Yeah, we never see Gianna land bombs. So everybody's still pretty healthy on Avocado's side. failing to land the resistance once again. Oh man, Mr. Chung, all his reset units not working today. And now there's gonna be the follow through for the pushback slow debuff. He has to opt for the Giant Net this time and going all in onto the Velladrol, because you do not want that unit to suddenly get a violent proc into the cleanse. So going down here. Now what will you do? So immunity and more damage onto the Wet Jut gets the additional turn. Yeah, no point using the all or nothing just yet on the Seaen dashing. So he really needs to try to bring down the Veromos. I think if Veromos goes down, advantage Mr. Chung for sure. So here he can just go for the reset for the team. Pingin gets the additional turn, Gianna getting armor broken as well. And there's gonna be another round of pushback, this time failing to land onto the Veromos. So that could come in handy because there's gonna be some sort of cleanse going on right here. I think here you kinda need to gamble a little bit, the bomb onto the Veromos. Alright, so not opting for it just yet. Just playing with the strip. Gets another additional turn on the Fingyan. So Calm Mind landed. Double stuns. And since the Twin Angel did the strip earlier, not able to get it. Bomb landed onto the Fingyan this time. Veromos goes down. Wow, this team actually really strong though. The control's so good. And also one thing, we did see his Mei Ho Wang moving in front of the Gianna. So yeah, I think that's pretty interesting to see. Where, I mean, most of the time you want Gianna to move first for the all or nothing, I mean the AoE strip stun, the critical error. Then you can follow through with the Giant Net, right? So yeah, it was the other way around this time. So 1-1. Very nice to see Monkey. You know, the Light Monkey is still making a pretty decent showcase here. But I guess if you're Avocados, you kind of needed to last pick something like Juno. Yeah, because Juno definitely really strong against all those lineups that Mr. Chung was bringing in. So pre-bans, Rakuni and Gianna, there will be a slight pause here. Alright. I believe there's some sort of technical issue, so apologies on that, and we should be able to get into that match real short. So, from what I see earlier, right? Yeah, the Monkey did quite a lot of work, where the Veromos just couldn't cleanse. He was stunned up most of the time. So yeah, that was a pretty good way to actually... with all the additional damage from Gianna, Veromos just couldn't sustain in time. And although the Fingyan did a lot of work, I think he kinda get decent amount of violence on it, but just not able to dish out enough damage to bring down something. So the Wet Jut also was just sleeping the whole time. Yep. Didn't do much, and Bella somehow survived a little bit here and there, resisted the resets, but to no avail. He just couldn't wake up because of the slow debuff that the Seaen dashing applied. He wasn't moving much, and yeah, everything just went down slowly. So continuing on here, Gianna and Rakuni ban. Avocados will get first pick. With Rakuni ban, do you still run your Shizuka? He does. Very interesting. So Mr. Chung here is probably thinking whether he wants to run the Water Twin Angel once again. Yep. I think he's gonna stick towards it. Because honestly, this team Like I said, if he landed the resets, he should have won. So probably just run it back again. You bring in your Sekhmet. You bring in your Okeanos. But probably changing things up a little bit here, running the Praha instead. So Praha Okeanos locked in. Mr. Chong, I already know who is gonna ban. Definitely that wind unit over there. Because you do not want to get slowed down, meaning that your Praha's damage will be mitigated as well, because it should be on full additional damage based on speed. Kashmir once again. And finalizing with a Wedjut. So this Wedjut pick though, is it really good here? On one corner, 2 of your units are like really slow. So even if you get the buff up, I don't think they can cut in between. Yeah, I don't think they'll be following through. So Mr. Chong should be able to cut in between there and get some pushback, strips and whatnot. So yep, locking in the Chiwu once again. So this time Chiwu will be slightly better because there's gonna be the glancing applied. So with glancing applied, meaning that Frederica needs to pray to the RNGesus a little bit to get a big crit. Now, we'll see. I don't think you'll use it onto the Frederica right now. Oh, he actually does. So, potential resets coming. If he can land it. Oh, this time finally he gets it onto the Frederica. So that unit is potentially dead here. There's gonna be the full damage onto the Kashmir as well. So nothing much that Frederica can do. There's gonna be the sleep attack, killing 2 units. However, it's not really over yet because Shizuka can bring the Kashmir up, and there's gonna be a potential one-shot snipe incoming. So I think here you got no choice. You just need to remove the Twin Angel. So gets the armor break. Big damage done. Look at that. One-shotting something every single time. Now, Avocados is on the timer. Can he sustain the Shizuka? Or will the Praha bring it down? So I think if you're Praha here, you kind of want to hold on to your second skill. Yeah, you just go for the Daydream first. You heal up. And then you can just normal attack here. You wait. I think you kind of need to wait for the All Things in Nature first, you know? So when he does this, yeah, you get sleep. But Praha next turn will be able to strip everything and placing like 6 dots on the head of Shizuka. Unless she gets a violent proc. You need to proc to cleanse all this, to remove all the buff. Yep, I think that's the better choice. So Frederica next turn only does have the second skill. Not able to bring down the Chiwu just yet. So big damage done. Once again getting the additional turn. The Fire Twin Angel is working overtime. So Praha here will be able to try to bring down the Wedjut. Not able to do it just yet. Wedjut, like I said, I don't know what was his point in this drop. It doesn't synergize with the team, honestly. So yeah, he's just gonna be dropping here 3v1 against this lonely Shizuka, and it's gonna be 2-1 victory going to the side of Mr. Chong. Yeah, I would have preferred something like a Nana at the end there. Even if you got Speed Leader, honestly, you ain't outspeeding anyone at the end of the day. Yeah, you didn't need a Speed Leader there. Maybe fitting in things like Vanessa or Nana at the end was nicer. So you got some sort of layer for revive. able to sustain a little bit more for your two big damage dealers because they ain't gonna be moving much, right? So yeah, it is what it is. 2-1 lead for Mr. Chung. Pre-bans will be locked in real soon. And it's gonna be the Fire Twin together with the Leo. So Mr. Chung. What will his first pick be? Since the Fire Twin is banned out, I don't think he needs to run the Ramael and Judaya. He can opt for something else. Yeah. So he's going for the Oliver instead this time. Oliver, at the end of the day, really good against all this kind of Shizuka teams where you can potentially full reset everyone. So going for the Shizuka Rakuni once again for Avocados. And I think here you just follow through with things like maybe a Juno pick. Yeah, I think early Juno pick here kind of makes sense. Follow up with a AoE strip as well to counter the Zeraf. Oh, he's going for the other two colors of the Oracles instead. The Praha and Gianna. So Hey Gang. Hey Gang is a very good counter here. So Mr. Chung, when you see a Hey Gang, especially when you're a Gianna user, it's gonna be really tough, alright? Somehow you kinda need to ban off that unit. Unless you bring in the Irene. Okay, I like that. So Irene and Sekhmet to finalize the draft on Mr. Chong's side. Because he already foresee that Avocado's team is gonna be really slow. So even without the speed lead, if Oliver gets banned out, most of the time his Sekhmet and Irene will be moving first. So Hagen just gonna be removed and we'll see. Will this Rakuni actually cut in between though? Because we definitely know Sekhmet is on Swift. So potential full reset. Unless he fails to land it again. Or do you just reset the Rakuni here though? Oh, resistance. GG. Avocados winning this. Oh no. The Sekhmet has not been working out. However, it's not over yet because there's gonna be the seal, the demon bag coming out from the Irene real soon. So just gonna opt for the critical error, getting quad stuns right there. And now demon bag will be locked onto the Shizuka as well. No point healing up just yet. And there's gonna be the threat state. Alright, not opting to use it. Next turn, Zeraf does have the nuke. Will Praha just go for the sleep right now? He's thinking it through. I think he believes that he should be able to outspeed a little bit here. Bomb failing to land once again. Everything is not going well for Mr. Chong in terms of RNG. So Pra here, I think, has to go for the heal. Yeah, you need to put everybody to sleep. And do you continue working on to the Fire Cassandra? He does. Next turn though. He has the skill next turn. So even if you land this bomb, the Rakuni is going to cleanse. He has to land the demon bag here. It's gonna be very important. Has to put it onto the Rakuni. Alright, he gets it. And now Mischievous trap onto herself. So that will actually reduce the timer if the Zeraf hits it. The Zeraf needs to cleanse here. but there's a bomb coming up for the Gianna next turn. And she gets it. The turn cycling with this 3 units is really strong right now. Rakuni is back. So how does Mr. Chung want to work around this? Do you just go for all things in nature? Alright, he does. So with the invincibility buff, it means that the Shizuka ain't gonna be taking the bomb damage there. The Pra needs the violin though. Rakuni here, I think he just opts for the skill and then he can revive the Fire Cassandra. He can one-shot something here if he get a crit. What a big crit onto the Irene. He took a huge gamble there and this Zeraf nuked. So much damage done. Does Praha have the heal? Oh, she does. So it's not really over yet. But you really need to bring down the Rakuni already. Because with the passive heals, it's gonna be so strong. So now you got no choice because there's 2 threat state onto the opponent. Do you just go for the strip stun here? Yeah, just gonna opt for it. Oh, Shizuka still alive. Gianna last hit. Okay, honestly, I don't know why he puts up the Shizuka there. Felt like that might be a little bit of misplay, but still worked out well. So there's 2 units against the Praha here. And we do know one Zeraf nuke is coming. I think that Praha is in trouble. So this time, putting the buff on himself, Praha will definitely go down here 2-2 for Avocados. But once again, the segment isn't working. 100% fill strip. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean Mr. Chong's draft is like actually on paper, it's so good. It's so good against all this kind of Fire Cassandra, Shizuka teams. It's just that he's not landing his skills. So pretty unfortunate there. This time, the pre-ban will be the Gianna and the Rakuni. So Rakuni pre-ban once again. Still sticking towards the Shizuka pick. Alright. Oh, we're seeing a Kashmir this time very early on. So double win picked up for Avocados. Mr. Chong here, I think he could still run his Okeanos. I think this time you pick Okeanos instead of Segment. His Segment has not been working, so going for the Verdehal as well. So Vert is basically like a really good counter pick against that Leo. I like it a lot. And now it's in a pickle here where since your Rakuni is pre-ban, yeah, I mean, this Chiwu, I don't really know. Why do you want Chiwu here? I guess when you use the AoE you got glancing, right? But honestly, other than that, it's like It doesn't really synergize well with your team. So yeah, like I said, I always like something like another layer of protection. Maybe Vanessa. Vanessa could have been nicer here. But we'll see. So Heigang here mainly to counter the Chiru. That's about it. Yeah, Mr. Chung played counter pick really well. So Vert for the Leo, Heigang for the Chiru. And then he has 2 resets to deal against the ignore defense skills coming out from Avocado's side. So bans are locked in, removing the speed leads on both sides. And we'll see whether Avocados has a chance to go for some snipe right here. So this Vert is on a Will Rune. Okay, so Violent Will, I think. Mainly to counter things like all this kind of Leo teams. So Heigang here will be able to apply the glancing, land it onto 2 of the most important units. And just opting for the stun here as well. Did not get it onto the Kashmir. So is Kashmir going to just try to depend on luck? Oh my god, how? How does that happen? He had glancing. He's a win unit. Oh my god. Wow. What a big gamble right there. And he also gets this crit onto the Okeanos. No point putting glancing, guys. What is the point? And now with a reset onto the Kashmir, he's gonna have his skills up real soon. And Avocados is looking in a decent spot to win this one. 4v1 against the Heigang just like that. Wow, what a comeback from Avocados. Honestly speaking, I think the draft... Yeah, I know you can glance, but then... Yeah, big damage done though. I mean, the glancing onto the Frederica, that was actually the huge part. I think Kashmir, yeah, he can one-shot something, but... Correct me if I'm wrong, if there's a glancing on his head, right? The armor break to land is also reduced, right? Am I right to say that? I think it's harder to land the armor break. But... Okay, if let's say it doesn't happen like that, the Frederica getting the crit, I think that was the huge play. Because if, let's say, he miscrit onto the Okeanos, right? Okeanos could follow up with a reset onto Shizuka. And I think from there, his damage output will be quite high to actually bring down the 2 squishy units. So yeah, I think, yep, at the end of the day, really good drafting once again from Avocados. His Federica, I think twice already, under glancing gets the huge crit. Especially onto the water earlier in the round as well. So yep, big Gamba works. Kashmir, not so much. I think Kashmir is just basically the accuracy check between the skills to land the armor break. But yeah, I feel like glancing affects the accuracy check for armor break, right? Need somebody to confirm this though. Especially when we don't really see too much of Kashmir, so very nice drafting once again from Avocados, winning 2 of his matches today. And now we have Kai up against Ice Coyote. Kovarchi and Gianna locked in as the pre-bans. So from what I'm gonna be seeing here, I think it's gonna be a contest for the Water Twin Angel. And on Kai's side, he's probably gonna be running something like Oliver? I think Oliver kinda makes sense. Or he can just fall back towards Miying. Alright, Oliver and the mouse. These 2 goes really well together. Another kind of holy trinity is the Oliver, Miles, and Rakuni. So Ice Coyote has this Tianlang available. which he'll definitely use it because it's gonna be a hard counter towards the Wind Sky Surfer over there. To follow through, it's gonna be the Angela as well. Ming picked up on the side of Kai. And it's gonna be the Irene. Okay. So another AoE strip in the form of Water Gojo. Changing it to the Julian instead. So is Julian really good here now that I think about it? Let me think. There's gonna be potential Noble Agreement stuns. If you stun somebody, Ming can cleanse. Rakuni here is nice, alright. However, if you're gonna go with a Rakuni, I think Tianlang is force ban, right? Yep, there we go. Because you're gonna have 2 units that's gonna be giving the Tianlang attack bar non-stop. You don't really want that to happen. Speed leaders on both sides. However, Miles should have the upper hand here in moving turn 1 first. So, can he get the strip stun? It's gonna be really important. He gets it. Additional turn as well. So able to bring down the Water Twin Angel already to below 50% health. And another round of big damage done. He can full reset this Julian. No Noble Agreement. And finishing off the Water Twin just like that. So Ming just slowly to start working on to the Angela here. There's gonna be a bomb to follow through. Possibly onto the Oliver. Right? Has to go for the detonation here. No way around it. Big damage done, but there's gonna be the Rakuni heals. So Sierra. This Sierra is on crit rate. Very interesting. Yeah, has very high crit rate. And Oliver will definitely go down here. So 3v3. Essentially a fair game. Ming gets the armor break off onto the Sierra. Huge stun as well. No additional turn from the Rakuni, meaning that this Julian can stun somebody up. So, oh my god, another proc. Sierra goes down though. Yeah, I think boosting yourself here makes sense. You kind of want to secure some heals. Now the problem will be breaking Angela, because the longer Angela is in the field, it means that the Julian is gonna be so much more disturbing here. With the Noble Agreement, look at that damage done every single time he moves. So Ming not even opting for the Calm Mind. I think here, yeah, you gotta boost up. But one proc is all it takes for this Julian to kill off something. Rakuni still able to heal up a little bit. Breaking the shield. This is his window of opportunity to bring down the Angela. And it's 1-0 going to the side of Kai. So honestly, the mouse did a lot of work there. Able to remove the shield, getting ill-important procs when it needed to happen. So just not making the Angela heal up in time, meaning that the Ming was able to bring it down. And when it was 3v1 right there, even if the Julian kills off the mouse after that, there's still gonna be the Ming to actually work on, right? So when we Noble Agreement Ming, he's gonna get the self-cleanse because of the stun. So yeah, Ming always on the upper hand right there. No point running it through. So last round's pre-bans were the Kovarchi and the Gianna. Locking in Yon Hong. Alright. So foreseeing, because this time Ice Curti will have the Kovarchi. Yeah, Kai needs to take away the Sierra. Because if he doesn't, I believe the opening for Coyote will have always been Sierra Kovarchi. Now what will he want to do here? Probably Vanessa, Julian, something along those lines. Because the Ramael and Jediah is banned out. So Vanessa, Sonia. Alright, very early Sonia pick though. And honestly, with this early Sonia pick, I feel like it might backfire him a little bit. But he's just going full counter against the Gianna here with the Tetra and Tianlang pick'ems. Shiho to follow through, and for the last pick, probably another speed lead. Alright, not opting for it as well. Going for the Irene. So double water here. So on Kai's side, the ban is already locked in. It has to be the Sonia, right? I don't think you allow that through. That's gonna be Vanessa, Julian combination though. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Do you just remove the Vanessa here instead? 33% speed leader seems really strong in this kind of context. They have about 10 seconds left to lock in their bans right now. Yep, I think the Vanessa ban was probably the better choice. Now there's a part where the Asher can actually outspeed here. And he just needs to pray whether the Tianlang cut in between or not. Alright, so Sonia actually moving first. I think something is gonna go down here. This monkey on the trap build. Guys, wow, what a trap from the Monkey King, bro. Oh my god. Not able to snipe it off. And now things is looking really bad for Ice Curti here. Bomb landed onto the Tianlang. AoE stuns for the Sonia as well. So Julian is gonna cleanse the stun up. Getting Noble Agreement. Shiho to follow through. Asher will be able to heal up for the speed buff. And Irene will just go for the trap. The second skill, putting it onto the Shiho since it's not gonna be taking any damage whatsoever. Tianlang needs to get some stuns here. That was actually huge. With 10,000 buffs on the hit of Shiho. Actually landing the strip onto the wheel, stunning 3 units. Now, Noble Agreement onto the Irene. Game is not over yet. Because of the Tetra's heal. So there's gonna be armor break applied this time on the head of Irene. Sonia has to finish it off. Can the shield get some stuns here? Oh, it's gonna be really hard for this Gianna to kill something. I think here you just gamble, you place the bomb onto Tianlang, hope he violent procs. So Asher not able to kill the Sonia in time. Oh, that's pretty unfortunate. So I think here you kinda need to go for the kill onto the Tianlang. Everything last hit. Tetra is moving. Can the Asher kill something? He needs to go for the kill, and Shiho has to remove something right now. So Tianlang goes down. It's not over yet. There's always a chance for this Shiho to make a comeback. So gets double stuns, meaning that he's gonna be gaining a lot of attack bar. This Sonia needs to slow it. Alright, he gets it. Noble Agreement comes. Huge damage done onto the Shiho. 1-1. I think at the point where Gianna got a Violin, when he placed the bomb, I think the normal attack needed to be gambled a little bit onto the Sonya right there to make sure that your Asher can follow through with the Massacre. But I guess he was thinking if he glance, then yeah, Sonya is gonna get the attack bar into the potential kill. Yeah, really rough right there. I think both situations, whatever he did to come out ahead was tough. He just needed to kill the Sonya off as soon as possible, I guess. Because once the slow debuff landed onto the Shiho, 30% slower, yeah, you ain't outspeeding anything, buddy. So this time, Ming and the Kovarchi band, first pick will go to Ice Coyote. Do we see a steal onto Sierra or the Water Twin Angel once again? So Kai locking in these 2 units really quickly. Yeah, Kai is taking advantage of that. Remove the Gianna first. Take it for himself. And Coyote is going to follow through with another Twin Angel. Probably fitting in a... I was thinking Atna, but Water Gojo also okay. So Kai will be bringing in his Asher and the Irene. Oh, this Julian once again. And the Sonya. I think if a Kai here, speed lead makes sense. Or is it a force ban onto the Sonya? Either one. You need a really good speed leader here. Going for the Josephine instead. Okay, so with that being said, means that definite Sonya force ban, Josephine to counter the potential stuns coming off from Julian and the Water Gojo. Irene needs to seal something up. But now you are giving the opponent the first 10 pick. Because of the speed lead. Yeah, I feel like maybe you lock in a speed leader at the end. Probably better. So you're gonna give the Ramael Judaya the strip into a potential one-shot coming out from the Julian. Goodbye, sayonara, Gianna. You ain't sustaining this. Ah, man. I don't know about that Josephine pick at the end. Like I said, I think needed to be a speed lead. You got a contest for turn 1 right there when you're running things like Sierra, Gianna, Asher. So even if you get this lockdown onto that unit right there, the Fire Twin Angel, there's gonna be the potential strips, stealing your buffs, gets the counter stun. But Julian don't care, he's gonna be waking up from that real soon. So now, what do? Yeah, just go for the scatter shot, try to stun up the Josephine. And there's gonna be another round of big damage done. Once again, every single time. Noble agreement. Now your Josephine is in trouble. She gets the additional turn though. Can she stun? No stun landed. And he can finally go for the heal. So heal boosting up the Fire Twin. Probably. Or boosting up the Julian instead. Oh. Oh, every time. Every time you face Julian, that's the worst thing you want to see. Additional turn. So every time, noble agreement into a kill. And I think basically from here, just a formality, it's gonna be a 2-1 victory going on the side of Coyote here. I don't see the Irene and Asher making a comeback Ain't no way, my friends. So 2-1. Going to Coyote here. After the first match, he's been playing really well in terms of drafting. Literally winning from the draft itself. So if you're Kai, do you just ban out the Julian? I think that's probably what you want to do. It has been destroying your team the whole time. At this point, probably just give the opponent the Kofarchi and stuff like that. Just ban off the Julian, right? Because you don't seem to have any counters against it. You're not one of those Fire Twin Angel users as well. You don't have Rocky that you want to follow up. So every time the Julian's passive is like, you really need to kill off everything else before you work onto him. Which is kind of sad. Because as time goes by, when the unit is alive the whole time, you don't have any answers against it. Very hard to deal with. So once again, it's gonna be the Asher, Gianna, Sierra opening coming out from Kai, and Coyote ain't gonna be changing anything up. Onus is onto Kai. So this time, changing things up a little bit, bringing in the mouse. I believe the other 4 units were the same. So Kai knows if the speed leader is banned, can his mouse actually move in front? Because units on wheel on side of Coyote, probably the Tianlang and the Tetra. Is the mouse going to be moving ahead of the Sonya though? That is the question. So honestly, in terms of drafting here, I'm favoring slightly on the side of Ice Coyote. It seems stronger because now once again you don't have speed leader and you're susceptible towards an armor break into a one-shot. Unless the Asher can cut in between, but then when you do the heal, Tianlang is going to cut as well. So I don't know about that. So let's see here. Well, Asher just go for the buff. Opting for the Massacre instead. So a huge stun onto the Tianlang. There's gonna be a potential cleanse coming onto him. And now he can return the favor, getting the stun onto the mouse as well. Landing the armor break too. So I believe mouse... Oh, goodbye Gianna. Sayonara. Oh no. Every time like that. 1 armor break, 1 kill. Yeah, buddy. This is rough. Even if mouse gets an additional turn here, your main controller is gone. Yeah, you can seal off the Julian a little bit, but he's gonna be waking up here right now. And you kinda need to put the threat state onto yourself. So with a single mouse damage here, I don't see a way for him to actually bring it down because Tetra's heal is gonna be quite sufficient. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. So Massacre trying to bring down this unit. No stuns this time coming out from the Tianlang. Is this Irene on Violent? If it is, then he needs to pray. Did not get it. Everything is moving so fast. I think Ice Coyote is like pressing auto or something like that, right? So no armor break this time. He has to seal off the Julian once again, but not even able to land it. So it's looking really rough here. Heal block landed. If mouse goes down, this is over. He needs a violent. He gets it. Asher no heal for the time being. So has to gamble on this Massacre, gets the strip. And armor break not able to be applied on the mouse once again. So Tianlang still surviving 1 HP. Yeah, it's not looking good. But we'll see. Is there a chance for Kai to make a comeback here? If, let's say he lands the demon back onto the Julian. Yeah, let's play this out. He has to... Oh, he's actually bagging the Vanessa this time. And are you just gonna go all in onto Julian? Is that the play? You can't kill the Julian off though. Yeah, so it's gonna be a 3-1 victory going to Ice Coyote. Congratulations to him. He's played really well this tournament. Able to take advantage of Kai's drafting every single time. Yeah, because when Kai opened up with the Sierra Gianna, and especially when you pick the Asher, right? You are lacking 1 speed lead. I feel like at the end there you really need a speed leader or something that can contest for Swift. So we can see Coyote just opening up with Vanessa and the Sonya every time. That's 2 really strong units already. Vanessa providing 33% speed lead. The Sonya also very fast as well. And then, yeah, if you're not pre-banning the Julian, definitely when he picks Vanessa, you're gonna be seeing that unit confirm. He's never ever gonna be picking things like Sagar, all this kind of stuff, right? Just go full damage. Vanessa Julian combo, you always know the speed tuning between those two is like really close if you're those kind of users. And then, yeah, option for you, either ban the Vanessa, let the Sonya eat one of your units. If you don't have a speed lead, he's always gonna ban out your Sierra. Yeah, pretty rough that one. So yeah, Ice Coyote winning that series 3-1. Alright, with that being said, we have our final match for today. Okay, it all boils down to Pooh against Mr. Chong. And then after that, we'll be able to see who is going to be the top 3 coming out in this group stage A. The top 3 will be moving onwards to the finals, where it's gonna be happening on the 24th of May. So Pooh. Pre-bans will be locked in soon. And it's gonna be the Oliver and the Water Twin Angel. So, first pick for Pooh here. When he bans this Oliver, is it going to be the Water Gojo? Because he kind of knows Mr. Chong loves to go for a pocket pick, G10 dashing, you know, things that can push back here and there. So opting for the Chandra first, alright, fair enough. Providing speed lead, a decent AoE slow, big damage done on the normal attack, able to hug somebody as well. For protection. So it's gonna be the Sierra and Gianna opening coming up from Mr. Chong. And I think Pooh here will probably see something like an Usher pick. That's what he loves to do. Later on, maybe. So going for the Wind Twin Angel as well as this Heigang. So Heigang heavily counters the Gianna already. Eleanor. Alright, the light pony making a debut here for Mr. Chong. Following it through with the Irene. So Ming pick here is quite nice. Definitely able to do a lot of damage onto the light pony when it's on the human form. And locking in the Fire Twin Angel at the end. So what will Mr. Chong do? Yeah, one thing I really love about Pooh is that even though he don't rely on speed lead much, like for example, if let's say Chandra is banned out here, all of his other units are like really well ruined, very tanky, and I believe they should be able to soak up 2 bombs without attack buff, right? So let's see here. Definitely here, Hagang looks to be the ban. Very scary against the Gianna. And Mr. Chong won't be able to have that speed lead that he really wants. So it's gonna be the Gianna leader skill, I believe. Oh, opting for the Irene instead. Accuracy 55. So his unit's not high on accuracy, I guess. Probably like 50 or 60%, so just making sure that he gets lesser resistance in this play. So 1 shot, alright. Slow debuff landed onto the Irene. Fire Twin Angel will be able to follow up with the reset onto that unit if he chooses to do it. Alright, multiple shot, getting 3 resets onto the Irene itself. Now, no armor break landed. Gianna will be able to go for the critical error. So, actually stunning everything else instead of the Ming. So RNG looking pretty decent there. There's gonna be some slight heals, anti-crit to sustain this Irene a little bit longer. So Eleanor getting the additional turn. Gianna will be able to follow through with a bomb. So big damage done onto the Irene already. Now, who do you want to work on? I guess you try to lock down the Chandra, right? Because with the Vert in the field, you're gonna be getting so much turns for the Eleanor to potentially heal. Like if you can get some violent procs here and there, that's gonna be huge. So Ming gets the violent instead, killing off the Irene. And now, it's gonna be a trade 3v3 because I believe the Fire Twin Angel will be going down real soon. So once again, another transformation. The Twin Angel does not have any skills at the moment, so there's only gonna be a normal attack. Chandra resisting the bomb stun because of the immunity, so able to lay out the hug. There's gonna be another round of bombs into the critical error. Calm Mind plays. This Eleanor is in trouble. He needs to remove the Fire Twin Angel right now. So another round of heals, but I don't think that is going to sustain that unit. Yeah, he's in a pickle here. He needs to try to stun something on the normal attack. Probably onto the Wind Twin. Oh, gets the stun onto Ring. But no point. The Violent. So bomb landed right there. And can he turn Cycle quickly with the Vert? This Gianna needs to work overtime. He needs to place 1 more bomb at least onto the Ming. So trying to work onto him right now. Chandra still alive. Oh my god, Gianna took so much damage right there. And it's looking really good for Pooh. Because even if you do this, yep, you're gonna get countered into the kill, and Vert stands no chance. 1-0 victory goes to Pooh. Very nice drafting once again. That's why I really like how Pooh plays. It's like he's not really that fast. All his units can stand up on their own. Every unit is like super tanky, able to dish out so much damage over time. And yeah, you're just wasting too much turns to bring down something. You can see how long that Fire Twin Angel stayed alive. Literally took at least 4 to 5 turns of all of Mr. Chong units. And by the time he brought it down, attack increase, the Ming is gonna be looking so hot, you know? Especially when you cannot work on him yet. So yeah, a really nice drafting coming out from Pooh once again. Last round's pre-bans were the Oliver and the Ramael and Judaya. This time, what will it be? Oh, Ming ban. Yeah, do not want to deal with that. So Twin Angel locked in. Pooh will be following it through with the fire, with the Chandra and the Wind Twin Angel. Okay, pretty much standard stuff in terms of drafting here. And I think on Pooh's side, do we see something like a wind damage dealer? Usher Atna? Something like that? Yeah, I really like that too. So Atna to counter the 3 units on the side of Mr. Chong. So definitely he knows his Atna will outspeed the Ramael and Judaya. Ain't no way, right? Because 119 base speed. Really fast. Usher is more like a protection on turn 1, where if he can't kill off anything, then there's gonna be the heal and cleanse. So Mr. Chong following it through with the Chitian dashing, together with the Praha as well. Oh, another Sonya at the end. I like that. Now, because if Mr. Chong just ban out speed lead on Chandra, meaning that I think Pooh is just gonna be removing the Ramael and Judaya. There we go. So definitely Sonya will be the first ban. Resistance on one side. Pooh will be having the 24% speed lead this time. So Atna is gonna go big here. I think here you just lay out the Shatter first. Gets a full attack bar into the potential strip stun. I don't think you can resist this. Yeah, guaranteed stun at 50%. So there's gonna be the AoE strips right now. No debuff landed onto the 2 most important units. However, it's not over yet. He has to silence. Oh, actually going all in onto the Pra instead. Now, what can Mr. Chong do? Because the immunity onto everybody's heads. The demon bag, probably you place it on the Atna here. You don't want him to move. And you can't really do anything for the next couple of turns. You gotta wait for the immunity to wear off on the side of Pooh. So Chandra going for the hug. Working on to the Irene. Reducing the demon bag stacks. Alright, so one more turn. And the Atna is alive. Alive and healthy right now. Can he land the silence? It's gonna be very important. Oh wait, he has no choice but to attack the Irene because of the threat state. Now the Fire Twin Angel could potentially bring down this Atna. I think he has enough damage, right? So there we go, 3v3. But Mr. Chong is definitely on a timer here because he does have no heals on his side. The Praha already went down. So another Rampage of Rage. The Chi-10 dashing goes down. Irene does not have the demon back just yet. And this Usher is looking super sturdy. We haven't seen Pooh have a problem with his Usher dying yet. It's always like really tanky, like the final raid boss over there. You can't do anything to him. And there we go. 2-0 victory goes to Pooh. Is he going to get a 3-0 clean sweep? Or can Mr. Chong make a good comeback right here? We'll see. Yeah, I really love how Pooh utilizes the Usher. It's like so hard to bring it down. And we did see earlier he did so much damage onto the Praha itself. I think the Praha was just around 50% health. When he landed the armor break, the amount of damage done, it's like on additional damage, I think. I'm not really sure. But it hits hard. And it's so tanky as well. So pre-bans this time will be locked in. Oliver and the Ramael and Judaya. Definitely on a very high crit rate build too. So tanky, high crit rate. What more can you ask for? Able to land armor breaks really easily as well, meaning that the accuracy is kinda okay onto that unit. So Chandra locked in. So this time Pooh is playing Chandra most of the time for his first pick. Comparing to last week he always opened up with the Water Gojo. Probably didn't really do too well with it. So he's gonna fall back towards this kind of lineup. So once again, onus is on to Mr. Chung to change his draft. Pooh is just sticking towards the same thing here. And we are seeing the Sekhmet picked up this time. So Sekhmet and the Light Pony, the Eleanor. Meing into the Fire Twin, and for Mr. Chung, I think he needs something like a... Can Irene be good here? Something that can lock someone out, or some sort of good bruiser damage. Kinda makes sense. 5 seconds left though for Mr. Chung to choose his pick. So it's gonna be the Chi-10 dashing once again. And now this is kind of like the situation where you want to ban off the Hey Gang, but you don't really want to as well, because Hey Gang provides nothing much, honestly. You just need to wait for their immunity to wear off, and then yeah, you can follow up with the Sierra Bomb. So I think that's the play here. Goes... Oh, Sekhmet has not been working well for Mr. Chong. It's been resisting since the start of today. Have Sekhmet even landed a one reset? Against Avocados, he built everything, right? So yeah, pretty unfortunate. The Sekhmet missing again, and everything on the side of Mr. Chong is looking really low on health. And the monkey can't do too much as well. Now the Sierra can land a bomb, not even able to get it. Oh no. Eleanor getting controlled up left and right. She's not able to cleanse and heal the team. And what can this monkey do? And nothing. So Sierra goes down. And now, I think the game is pretty much done and dusted. Window of opportunity for Mr. Chong to kill off anything has just went down the drain when the Sierra goes down. And the Ming does not even care. He's just gonna normal attack everything all the way. The Eleanor getting stunned up on the first 2 turns was huge. So this Ming is gonna cleanse, gets the heal. I guess you can stun here, but to no avail. The heal is gonna be working overtime. It's pretty rough. You're lacking damage. Now Monkey getting glanced up and stun up as well. Oh boy. Yeah, I think this one is a really quick match. Yeah, slow debuff landed. I guess you can cleanse, but not even opting for it. Monkey getting stun up once again. Yeah, with this slow debuff, immunity all round. Monkey goes down as well as the Eleanor, and it's gonna be a 3-0 clean sweep for Mr. Pooh. So today, he woke up and chose violence because last week he actually lost one match each against his two opponents. It was 3-1, 3-1 victories for Pooh. But today, he said, no more losses, alright? I'm picking my Chandra first pick every single time. Gonna fall back towards what works in my RTA ladder climb. And today he just destroyed everyone 3-0. So I believe we do have all the matches played out today already, and we'll be seeing who will be the top 3 players that will qualify for the finals of the Pacific League. Alright, so once the table is up, I'll definitely show you guys, and then we will also be having a coupon code to be given out real soon. So just make sure to stay tuned for the next couple of minutes. Alright, so now once the table is up, we'll be able to see who is the 3 players that will qualify for Group Stage A. I believe, looking at today's matches, Pooh winning everything, right? So he should be placed first. Second and third, I think it's gonna be pretty close. Yeah, we'll just let the the organizers do it, alright? Because yeah, I do not want to say anything wrong. Everything will be just based on my brain here, remembering what happened in all the matches, what was the results. It's pretty tough because you've been casting for like the past couple of hours, right? So sometimes you kind of forget what happened here and there. So yeah, we'll be waiting for the tally here, and definitely I think Pooh is first place, so congratulations to him. For the group stages, there's also gonna be rewards, alright guys? The 4th and 5th placements gets the SD figurine volume 1, 100 USD for the second runner-up. First runner-up receives $250, and the champion for the group will be getting $400 as well. So I think all round today we have seen really decent matchups. I think what surprised me the most was Avocados. I really like his style of play, where it's really different than most of the generic players that we are seeing so far, right? He doesn't counter pick. He just stick towards his draft the whole time, right? So other people is like, okay, if I see something like Oliver, I pick my Tianlang, I pick my Geo, for example, right? You play counter picking. But for Avocados, it's just like, nope, I am just gonna stick to my Shizuka Rakuni. Onus is on you to change your draft. I really like that a lot. And actually worked out really well for him, alright? He won 3-2 against Ice Coyote, 3-2 against Mr. Chung as well. Kai today losing all of his matches, unfortunately, to Pooh 3-0. And a 3-1 loss to Ice Coyote as well. And once again, Mr. Chung losing 2 of his matches today. So with that being said, drum roll please. I believe we'll be having the table up real soon. From looking at this page, I think Kai is on 3rd. What do you guys think? I think Coyote is 2nd, right? Oh, Coyote 4th. Alright, so final verdict, Pooh first place, Kai 2nd. And Avocados actually making it into the final. So that is your top 3 players from Group Stage A. Pooh, Kai, and Avocados. They will be qualifying onwards to the finals, which will be happening on the 24th of May. So congratulations to these 3 players. Like I said, I think everybody played really well. Kai today, I think maybe a little bit of misdrafting at the last phase. Probably didn't really change much because, yeah, the opponents were all getting really hard counter picks against his Gianna draft, so unfortunate there. And tomorrow we do have the group stage B itself, the second half of it, where we'll be seeing Pandora LD, Flynn, Spinks, Frank, and OGCPP battling it out for the last final 3 slots to enter the finals of the Pacific League. So now, before we end, we are gonna be releasing the coupon code for you guys. So once again, make sure to type this in as soon as possible, alright? So it is Prove Your Power. You'll be able to receive 100,000 Mana Stones and 2 Mystical Scrolls. Once again, Prove Your Power. 100,000 Mana Stones and 2 Mystical Scrolls for your efforts, alright? And always a pleasure to seeing you all coming online here, supporting your favorite players in their RTA tournaments. So once again, Prove Your Power, 100,000 Mana Stones and 2 Mystical Scrolls. And I believe that's gonna be it for today, everyone. So with that being said, this will conclude the end of the group stage A. Alright, congratulations to Kai, Pooh, and Avocado for making it through to the finals, which will be happening on the 24th of May. Don't forget to come back tomorrow as well, where we will be having the Day 2 of the Pacific League Group Stage B, where we will be looking for the next 3 finalists, with Flynn leading the pack over there as well. Thanks for watching, everyone. Looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.